There are two cards. One's king and the other is an ace. Both the ace and the king go behind my back. One random card goes face down and the other is
the ace.
No, I'm sorry, it's the king, and you'll be wrong every time. I'll give you another try. Here they are, king and the ace, one of each. Both cards go behind my back. I'll choose one at random, leaving the second one to be guessed. What might it be?
The king.
Oh, what a shame. No, it's the ace. Now, maybe it's third time lucky, and this time, if you guess it right, the trick is yours. You can keep it. Ace and king. And they go behind my back. One of them goes on the table. Now here's your big chance. If you guess which card I'm holding, the trick is yours. But actually you can't win, because whichever card you say, you'll be wrong. In fact, it's neither the ace or the king, it's actually a double back card. Both cards are double backs. There was no ace or king. It's the power of suggestion. These are the things you'll need to make this trick. An old deck of cards, or a cheap new deck, one you don't mind messing up. You also need a glue stick, or glue of some sort. A couple of large, heavy books, or a weighty object, they'll be useful. And some scrap paper to protect the tabletop. Now, from the deck, you pick out an ace and a king. I've done this already. There's the ace and the king. These cards are easy to recognise, and we need 4 other cards as well. They can be anything at all. The rest of the deck you won't need. So there are the 4 random cards. The faces won't matter because they'll be glued together, making what is called a double back card. So you can only see the 2 backs. And again with the next 2, making a second double back. But these 2 get glued together so that both faces are visible, and that's called a double face card. Next, you spread out your scrap paper and you do your gluing on that. You just separate each pair, take your glue and you cover one face card, making sure the glue goes right to the sides. You don't want them separating. And you do this with the next face card as well. And finally, the back of the third card, catching all those edges. And that's it for the glue, so you can put that to one side. You won't need that anymore. Now take the first pair and place them face to face, lining up the edges so there's no overlap. Align the 2 long edges and the 2 short edges as well, so both cards are flush with one another, and then you end up with a double back card. You do the same with the next pair, aligning those edges once again so there's no overhang on any sides. And finally the last pair, which you place back to back, so this time the 2 faces are visible. You lay them side by side and place something weighty on the cards. Press down and leave them to dry. I'd say at least an hour, preferably longer. Now the working. You keep one of the double backs out of sight, either in your pocket, behind your back, or somewhere it can't be seen. Now you show the other 2 like this, so that one face and one back can be seen. Place the face card on the bottom and turn them both over and keep the cards moving. They won't know that you're showing the back of the same card. So it doesn't matter which you start with. It can be the ace or the king. But you place both cards out of sight in your pocket or behind your back. I'll place them here so you can see what happens. You bring out the double back card and place it on the table. Then you ask them to choose between the ace and the king. Whichever one they choose, you show them the other one. If they choose the king, you show the ace. If they say the ace, you bring out the king. You repeat all that for a second time, exactly as before, pulling out the double back and showing the one they didn't choose. And so you've tricked them for a second time. And now on the third and last attempt, you bring the third card into play. You do the same moves again, but this time you put the two cards with the third one, which is in your pocket or behind your back. You leave the double face card out of sight and show one of the other two. Bring out the second double back and ask them to name it king or ace. Whatever they say, you show them that both cards are double backs. The ace and the king were never there. Dispose of the double face card and you're done.